Hey everybody, welcome back to the bowling alley. Today I have a spare detector with me, and today I'm going to be walking you through it. So, what is the detector? The detector is the brain of the pinsetter. It's a mechanical brain. Everything the pinsetter does is controlled by the detector. Right now I have this detector at exactly 0 degrees by this watch pin. Which is just a nice watching pin because we don't have the actual timing pin with us. So it's at 0 degrees right now. And a quick explanation of all the shafts. This is the detector 1-to-1 shaft. This is the A shaft, the B shaft, the C shaft, the D shaft, and the E shaft. The E shaft is way up here, but everything else goes counterclockwise. A, B, C, D. And then your 1-to-1 shaft is the main one in the middle. On your detector 1-to-1 shaft, this is what you'll find. You'll find your gear with the hole for the timing pin. You'll find a little notch on the shaft that'll line up with the markers on the gearbox, the 1-to-1 cover assembly, 0, 90, 180, and 270, to let you, the mechanic, know where it is in the cycle. Your rake cam, or rake sweep cam follower, your out of range selector, your detector disc, which I'll cover here in a second. You can see that's separate from the rest of the shaft. Spacer. Yeah, so that last cam is your strike cam and your cam for your C shaft, which I'll cover that. This is your scanning pin selector. This is your rake sweep hook cam follower. This is the butterfly switch for your scissors and moving deck cam blocking flags. This link right here would go inside the bottom. These both mount to your deck holding hook control levers. Right here would be where your shoe for the 90 roller travel would be. If not used, hasn't been used in over 60 years. Neither is the spring. You won't find this on converted A2 or A2 pinsetters. I just put that on so I can demonstrate it here. We don't have any spare shoes. We don't have any shoes at all here. Your strike cam is this piece right here. Instead of moving, that is one cast piece all the way down here. And you can see the whole D shaft is attached to it, with the exception of the rake sweep up cam follower. That is not fixed in place. That is free to rotate. This right here is your latch for your deck lowering hook. The latch is right there. This is the strike cam follower, this piece right here. And then this is obviously the butterfly switch. Your C shaft is your standing pin selector. Well, it's controlled by the standing pin selector, excuse me, I spoke. It's the second ball, first ball. Second ball is clockwise, first ball is counterclockwise. It's just a latch system back here. When I set it to the second ball, you can see it's following the cam. When I set it to the first ball, you can see it's no longer touching the cam because of that latch right there. That latch right there is your standing pin selector. Yeah, let's go ahead and alright. Next business, this is your strike controller. That's what controls the strike cam follower. It's the ability to follow the cam. That's right here. This right here is your out of range stop selector assembly. I'll cover that in a little bit more detail here in a little bit. And obviously your C shaft. There's that piece right there. actually went through a cycle. And this is where the detector was, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So your rate sweep hook raised up because of the cam, so it doesn't sweep the first time. You can see that controller go up, and then the strike cam follows the strike cam follower follows the cam. Now the machine has just detected a strike. What this has done is rotate the D shaft counterclockwise. I'll let you watch that again. You see that shaft just rotated counterclockwise. So this just moved out. This rotated that way. And your latch is now spring urged upward. You can see now, after the machine cycles a little more, 2 to 1, the cam on that will push the deck lowering hook up, and that is attached to this link back here. That'll push this up. When I push this up, you can see it'll latch, and it won't be able to go back down. Alright, so now this is latched up. And the machine has detected a strike. By this moving out and this rotating, what that has just done, that has just pulled this out. So now, if I can get this link out of there. What that has just done is pulled the bottom of this out, allowing the release lever to drop if it is not being spring urged because of the reset lever being up. This will happen at 180. So that allows the machine to stop at 180. What it's also done is just pull the butterfly latch, which controls this right here. This is the blocking surface for your moving deck cam follower and your scissor cam follower. By this moving counterclockwise, it has pulled this to turn this one counterclockwise. And by doing that, it blocks the scissors and unblocks the moving deck. Now we continue on in our cycle. The machine is actually released out of running. Now we're at 180. Got a little bit of resistance from the C-shaft. Push this up. Right there to position the blocking surface on this below the selector on the when I turn it. Alright, I gotta get past the cam first. There we go. So now the machine has skipped past the second ball section. So the machine's down to the first ball. And now we gotta overpower the spring. It's hard. Now we're back at 0. That is a strike. We'll go through a no strike cycle. We'll do that. Now we need to keep this up. Yeah. Do this. I need to get that blocking surface. There you go. So you can see the strike cam forward is now up against the cam, and what that has just done is kept the machine in a no strike situation. So this remains unblocked. Your scissors are unblocked and your moving deck is blocked, and the machine will not make a request to stop at 180. continue on. There's 180 right there. Past 180. You can see right there. Your standing pin selector has just set to second ball. Now we're back at 0. Now we will detect a strike because the deck is being held up. And we'll come by, and there's 180, and now it's going to be hard because that's the old power of the spring. So I'm going to do that for 8. Now we're past 180. They're going to go all the way down. And it's going to block out the standing pin selector. You might be able to see it. There's a little gap there. And I just missed it. This. That. There we go. Now, our standing pin selector stays on first ball. Again, we're at 0. Now, out of range. You'll notice coming around, our detector disc goes down a little bit, and then you're stopped and out of range. So now, when the machine comes by 0, right there, you'll see this will rotate, like so. So we're going to pass it, rotate back, and press right now and strike. Alright. So now we're at out of range. So I'll get some light on. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little stub there, a little hub that is pushing on a little bit of metal there. That is in your out of range assembly. So now we'll go back over to my one of my other partially built detectors. That's the only one that's fully completed. This one's missing some springs, but it's almost done. This one's missing the D shaft. The same guy that stole the dipstick plaques for the first 4 machines that were within the first 1,000 machines ever built by Brunswick. Came by and stole, took apart all the D shafts for God knows what reason. Where you just saw that little stud hit was this piece right here. Let's see if, I got a spare detector disc right here. You can see on the rake sweep hook cam, there is also a little stub there. That's that same stub you saw. So when the machine is at 0 or 90, this is supposed to be following the cam and down like that. However, it's not always able to. And in out of range, the blocking surface on the detector disc will contact the bottom of this, keeping it up. And whenever that little stub there on the rake sweep hook cam comes around, this is kept up, it will push right here. You can see when that pushes, it'll pull this forward. Attached to that is a link going to your out of range stop lever. Alright, so this is a spare gearbox that I put together a little while ago. This right here is your out of range stop lever. Right in here is where that link's attached, going all the way up through. So some other things. It'll go through your bell crank, and it'll go up right here to the detector, like about here. Then it'll also go to your reset hook back here that we pull. Or no, this one goes through here up to your detector. I was thinking of the other one that goes from the reset lever back here through a link that passes by here. It has a little pin that will pull this, and that link is what goes through the bell crank. It goes over top of here, then it goes up to your detector. Anyways, and out of range, the detector will pull this forward, and your clutch lever will hit on top of it and stop. That is what happens when this piece moves. It moves forward, and through the link, it pulls your out of range stop lever forward. And then when you pull the reset hook on back, that will hook, you might see right there behind every single machine. That will pull your stop lever back, re-engaging the clutch, and the machine will continue to run. You'll see they'll reset, and your machine will be kept all the way up to the second ball, with the deck up, so it doesn't come back down and detect again. Let's see. There you go. We're now on a second ball. And 0. You can see at 0, the out of range selected follower just went into the slot because it's no longer being blocked. So now we have a selected placer. This is a blocked. So yeah, that's about most of it at the detector, except for this right here. We did not cover this yet. This is no longer used. This was used in the 90 over travel. What that does, you can see it has a little hook on the end of it. That little hook will hook on right here on the reset lever assembly. This was used in the A's. Now, where the link would normally be, it is pinned. There's a little link that'll go from here up to here on the X washer pin. So now it's kept in place. But on the old A's, when you would set it to second ball, actually right there, when I set it to second ball, you'll see that moves up. When that moves up, it will take tension off of this link, and the spring is then able to move and will let that link get pulled up. And then that leaves only one thing left, which is the detector rod. You can see that screws into the link on the bottom of the detector. That's attached to the detector disc. This is the piece that I was pushing on to show you. I'll screw this into the detector actually. What's special about this link, I'll bring it over here to the gearbox actually. You can see it's got 2 roll pins there. These roll pins will sit just like this. One above the detector stop bracket and one below. I can't actually fit a detector in here because the workbench is in the way. But when the deck comes up, it will push up on your detector rod past the distance it's able to go inside the detector due to the stop bracket. It is spring loaded, so it can spring up an extra bit. And then when your deck comes down to set pins, it goes that way. So it can stop, it can go a little over and a little under. them to keep the range of the detector disc slim and allowing them to make everything a little bit more compact. So right here at the bottom of the detector, that is where that rod screws into. You can see when I push this rod, the detector disc will move. Like so. And that's it for the detector. If you have any more questions, just let me know. If you want to see a detector removal and installation video, I would go to another channel, the Garage Bowling Alley. That is a very good resource as well. They actually already did a detector removal and installation video. That guy has got a, well, it was a converted A2 machine, just like all 24 of ours, but he actually went ahead and converted it back to an A, which is really interesting. So all that 90 over travel stuff I talked about, that is there. And the shoe on the end of the C shaft, that's there. That spring link, that's there. And there is no link fixing these in place. That link is actually not there because that was part of the A2 conversion. So that link is not there, so now this is actually able to move and over travel the way it's supposed to. So that's really interesting. He already did a removal and installation of the detector onto the machine. We here just don't have the time, and we don't need to pull the detector off or put it back on. So we're just not going to be able to do that. So check out his channel for that. I would show you if I was able to fit the detector there, but unfortunately I can't. So that is it for this video on the detector. Have a good one.